The elect and Jesus will bring them to their knees. Killing. First comes fire, then comes marriage. Here comes Jesus and the Lord of all players.
They're putting more and more survivors into the Superdome, and the conditions there are very difficult, but we're worrying first about the medically needy.
There's something about this Hurricane Jose that they're not telling us. They downplaying this shit. Even BP Earthwatch is talking about this shit. This is a little audio from Fox News. YouTube channel That Is Impossible recorded this shit. Listen to this shit. Fake news.
Regarding this new storm, Jose,
right?
There's a possibility it could actually hit New York next week, right? That's one of the models.
Don't scare the folks.
That's one of the models,
So we're watching these computer models very carefully, and over the last, I would say, several days, they have had different outcomes. There's Hurricane Jose. We're trying to get No Way Jose to trend on Twitter right now.
Maybe the storm will listen.
We're hoping that everyone along the East Coast blows really hard, like so that goes away from the East Coast. So listen, there's a lot of uncertainty, as you can see with that track, that cone of uncertainty. We're not quite sure where it's going to go. The Euro model, the European model, which has performed so well with Irma, it predicted Hurricane Sandy, by the way, is saying that it is going to miss the East Coast and miss Bermuda and become what we call a fish storm. We're hoping that that is the outcome. However, we still have to watch it.
When would it land? When would it hit?
Sometime next week.
Right.
Sometime next week.
Here's what I was thinking last week when it looked like Hurricane Irma was going to strike either the East Coast or West Coast of Florida. It's still 2 days away. Why haven't we figured a way to do gigantic cloud seeding or something to build up high pressure to push it somewhere or to disperse it? Right. Are they working on that?
I mean, I just don't think that you can. I don't think you can disrupt Mother Nature, because if you do that, someone else, it's going to be somebody else's problem. Do you know what I mean? Right. If you're trying to push it one way, it's going to.
There are laws against that, aren't there?
Listen. I just think it's never going to happen. We can try. You know, the best we can come up with is protect our homes.
You know, they do cloud seeding. You know, when there's a drought and stuff like that, they sprinkle the stuff through the clouds. Sometimes it actually works. Sometimes it doesn't.
Right.
These motherfuckers are so fake. Just straight up actors. You know, like I said, they downplaying this storm and nobody knows where it's going. And then you got people saying, is it going to be a hurricane? It's a tropical storm or whatever this shit they're saying. Is it going to Florida? Is it going to disappear? It's looping around here. It's going to go to the East Coast. I just heard somebody else say it might be going to some other country. You know what? See, like I said, the mainstream news, the main people, especially the ones at the quote unquote top, they are told what the so-called Illuminati is going to do when it comes to them using HARP and things of this nature. So what's happening now is they downplaying all of this shit because you know they love talking about shit and having a story and getting attention and all this shit. They downplaying this shit so they can catch people off guard. This is what they did with Hurricane Harvey. A lot of people in Houston The mayor didn't issue no type of evacuation or nothing and shit, and everybody got caught up in that shit. This is what they want. They want people to be caught off guard so they can either die or get caught up to the point where they get caught up and end up being in one of these so-called FEMA camps.
This is Michael Zimmerman reporting for Infowars.com. As Hurricane Harvey continues to cause devastation across Houston and the Gulf Coast, should Houston's liberal mayor Sylvester Turner share some of the blame for the lack of preparedness seen in the city? In a statement issued Friday by Governor Greg Abbott, the governor warned that even if an evacuation order has not been issued by your local official, if you're in areas between Corpus Christi and Houston, you need to strongly consider evacuating. A lot of people are going to go a long time without basic necessities. If you have the ability to evacuate and go someplace else for a little while, that would be good. That is exactly what we're seeing now with 117,000 people without power, over 1 trillion gallons of water dropped on the city, and thousands of people needing to be rescued by boat. Governor Abbott was spot on with his message before the storm even hit. If those in the areas most prone to flooding had left their homes before the storm, the efforts of first responders could have been focused on more critical tasks, like evacuating a nursing home with feet of water inside. The Harris County Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management even called a post on Facebook false emails and Facebook posts and told people to ignore the messages and instead to monitor the media for official news and warnings. Well, everything said in this post has now come true. The post warned of 50 inches of rain. It happened. 100,000 homes destroyed. While official numbers aren't known yet, it could easily be that. All of Houston be without power for 3 days. Over 117,000 people still don't have power. The post warned people who live in a flood zone to get out of Houston or try to stay with someone who is not in a flood zone. But instead, the Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management told people to ignore it. Mayor Turner told people not to leave town and instead to hunker down, take calm and care. Mayor Turner told people not to leave town and instead to hunker down, take calm and care. And while I agree that you can't simply ask 6.5 million people to get on the road and get out of town, those in high-risk areas should have been warned to evacuate instead of Mayor Turner's strategy of hunkering down. Prepare yourself for the worst, plan ahead, and don't hesitate to evacuate.
They knew from NOAA that this was going to be a megastorm, probably the worst ever, from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. That's why they have the signs. That's why they have the highways set up for it. That's why they have the evacuation zones. And yes, a big mega city with 6+ million in 2 counties, total metro 10 million. It's hard to get all those people out. And a lot of folks are going to stay regardless. But why didn't they even try this time? And now, like you said during the break, they're just passing the buck. It's like the guy waving his arms around a Team America.
Yeah, it's like, who's in charge here? This guy comes out and he says, well, we couldn't call for an evacuation because that was going to cause an emergency. Well, you're in an emergency. That's the whole point. And whose job is it to prepare for that? Wouldn't that be your job? So it's like you said, they're throwing up their hands. Well, who's in charge here? Well, I'll take hold now. I'll be in charge now that everything's bad, and I'll make a statement now, and everything's fine. There's too many people in the city to evacuate. If you live in a big city, just expect to die from a terror attack or a hurricane or a flood, and just shut up. That's just what you get from living in a big city. But that's an amazing story from Dan Lyman. It goes beyond just saying discount.
It turns out the city council knew 3 days before and decided not to tell people.
And then mocking citizens who are trying to warn
and then
people?
mocking the governor?
That's unheard of.
How about don't live in a place like Houston?
Everybody talks about how fake the mainstream media is. When you are in this truth, you have no choice but to pay attention to what these assholes are saying, because they will tell a lot of truth, and you have to be able to discern facts from fiction. You have to listen to what the enemy is saying in order not only to get to the truth, but to know what the fuck they really up to. When I made that video called FEMA Slaughterhouse Deja Vu, there was a clip in there from, I believe it was from, I know it was CNN that was reporting it, but it was the governor of, I believe, Louisiana, back in when that Hurricane Katrina crap was going on. And I noticed some fake shit immediately when I saw this clip while I was making that video. The Hollywood production that I've been talking about with these people in the media, it's been going on for a long time. And it's more evident today than ever. So check out this clip from the governor of Louisiana during this press conference. Supposed to be, letting everybody know what's going on at this so-called spontaneous moment. Here you have the governor of Louisiana during Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Now here she is giving this press conference, supposed to be pretty much a spontaneous thing, and yet they have a script that's written. Now listen to what she says.
They're putting more and more survivors into the Superdome, and the conditions there are very difficult, but we're worrying first about the medically needy.
Okay, now while the governor on the left is speaking, I want y'all to look at the lady on the right. She's speaking under her breath, saying word for word everything the governor on her left is saying. Now again, while the governor on the left is speaking, look at the young lady on her right. Look at her move her lips while she's speaking, and look at her facial expressions.
They're putting more and more survivors into the Superdome, and the conditions there are very difficult, but we're worrying first about the medically needy. They're putting more and more survivors into the Superdome, and the conditions there are very difficult, but we're worrying first about the medically needy.
See, these are actors. This was a script that was written. Not only did they have the script ready and have other people write it for them, you got this young lady to her right saying everything that she's saying in this press conference. And this script was probably written days before. They knew what was going to happen because these idiots work for the Illuminati. And more times than not, the person that's asking the questions is also a part of it as well. These are all actors.
Putting more and more survivors into the Superdome, and it's the conditions there are very difficult, but we're worrying first about the medically needy.
This is CNN preparing a Hollywood production right before your eyes. This is supposed to be some type of protest or whatever the hell is going on. And you see how they're getting all these actors set up in certain positions. And look at how they're directing them, telling them where to go and to move over and all this shit. This is all fake. They know what's going to happen in advance because these people work for the Illuminati, and they letting them know what they're going to do and what's going to happen during certain events that they are more times than not are the reason that the events are even happening. The world is a stage.
As a chief here, Houston, 7:57 p.m. last night. Well, not last night, actually, that was a little time ago. This is one I saved from the last one, when there was a flooding in Houston and people were getting evacuated and they were showing you fake scenes because the real people were being hauled off and beaten and killed and shit, which we know that these people are missing. The only videos that are out about these people, think about it. How many people went to shelters, right? Even by their numbers, I can guarantee you it's triple that. They're not going to tell you how many it was because they're offing these motherfuckers. The only ones coming back are the ones that basically they haven't targeted. And all those people in the Buffalo Bayou, I can guarantee, are being offed in Houston. Same day, we have this guy, and I'm going to show you right after the shapeshifter, I'll show you how they do fake scenes and how they cue each other on each scene. And they come from one scene to another. So each scene has a script, okay? They're called sets, and each scene has a script, all right? And you have scene 1, scene 2, whatever it is, but each one has a set, and each set is a whole new script, okay? So watch this. First, we got this guy. Ready?
Excellence of check with Ryan, right?
It's okay, you can call me Chris Cuomo. That's an honor to be called Chris Cuomo. That's all right, Anderson. And we're here in Orange, Texas, which is right on the Texas-Louisiana border. And the rescue effort here is ongoing. In many of these communities, water is as much as 4 feet up in some of these houses. And they really weren't expecting it. This is not a town that traditionally sees a lot of flooding. So we were in one neighborhood that's about a mile down the road from where we are right now, and I talked to a grandfather who said that the water started seeping in at around 1 o'clock this morning, and he just did not expect it. He got his family up. He had several of his grandkids that were staying with him in the house, and they started the process of trying to evacuate. He had a jet ski, but that wasn't enough to get everybody out.
There you go. You see the fuzziness come in? That's the demon being exposed on the frequency, and the camera's picking it up.
Going through these neighborhoods and getting people to safety. That continues tonight. There is a shopping center that's here behind.
Go faster? So we come back?
Market itself.
All these shots are fucking scenes. These are scenes. This is a scene. Okay? It's a set. They have it corned off. All of them are. Every one that you see on the news. All these people in the background. This is all corned off. This guy's fake. Watch. I'm going to show you something.
Some of the rescuers who had actually
Watch
stopped
this
for the night.
shit. Watch how this works. I'll let you go from one scene to the next. Watch after him. Watch this.
It's going to be a long recovery.
Watch this guy behind Anderson get cued, and he goes right away as soon as Anderson points back.
Ryan,
ready? Watch him in the background.
There, just want to show you. One boat has come back.
Ready? There he goes.
Still waiting for that
See,
boat.
as Anderson put his hand over there, that was the cue for everybody to start.
Told some of the
and there's the set right there. You've seen it.
That his aunt had just called him.
Hold on. That's it right there. You saw the set.
Come back, but we're still waiting for that boat. A young man named Frankie Aziz came earlier.
Boom, right there. There's the set. Okay? There's all the stuff right there, my friends. There it is. Audio, video, everything there, lights. The whole setup is there. All right? This whole area is corned off. Nobody's down there. No one is down there. No one's up here. Nobody's anywhere behind the camera because this is a set. You see how it's corned off behind the building? Fake-ass news. All 24/7 fake-ass evil news. 24/7. Nothing is true in here. Nothing. People are being killed and they're fucking filming sets and getting off on this shit. This has got to stop. It's got to stop now. Spread these damn videos. People are missing in Houston. All over Florida and the Keys, the Caribbean, they're killing these motherfuckers. This is a set. Okay? All this is a set. All of it. Every last freaking part of it. Every scene. Everybody in the background. Every damn advertiser in it. FedEx. All of them. This is how they suck each other's tit. This is how it's done in the Skankville. Your news is in on the deception of killing human beings off on this damn planet right now. It's happening. And these reptilians are involved. They're the ones that are mind controlling all these pricks. You see how they put their shit in there? Like that? Fucking FedEx. I like the FedEx their ass. Caribbean, they're being fucking destroyed down there. There's a place down in the Caribbean you can't even, it's not even habitable. Anguilla Island or Barbuda, one of those islands you can't even, it's completely uninhabitable. The Keys, nobody's letting nobody in there to help them. They're stuck down there. Nobody's letting them in. It's absolutely not destroyed down the Keys. Every time they put a fucking camera up on the mount right there on the Keys, it's a fucking house that's destroyed that they probably destroyed. Fucking fake news is letting the people in this country get killed, letting them die right now. Look at the logo. It won't even come up on this. You see it? It's not even coming up on my camera. Look at that. 33. Now watch this reptilian sell you some bullshit. Keep an eye on his eyes and watch the fuzziness take control of the picture, and that's the entity exposed. Look, he's not real. He's a damn hologram. And there goes the set. Go ahead, cue yourself, you fucking fake-ass fucking actor. Fat motherfucker. Kick his fucking army fake ass is what I'd do. Beat him right up in his fucking nuts. Fuck his fat ass up. I'm getting sick of these pricks.
Storm is over, but the aftermath is wet. Word. My island is still shut down. You can't get on this island if you're not a resident. You can't drive off or drive on the island because they got this shit locked down. And now I'm trying to walk to the supermarket, try to go get some more food. They said the airport is open. I'm gonna give me a flight up out of here. But I can't get out of here today, so I gotta wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna fuck around and walk to the airport. They keep playing with me. Shit is hot. It's supposed to reach 110 degrees today. With an index, whatever. I ain't in the mood for this shit. It's way too hot. I thought the storm was over. Shit would go back to normal, but the aftermath got me tight out here. Word. So I'm trapped in Miami, on my island. Can't get off or on.
Okay, I had to turn the video volume down. It was so loud you couldn't hear what I was saying. And I wanted to point out the cots they're on. They look just like the cots from my dream. And I mentioned those cots in the video, so yeah. And I want to get this out there. I want you to download any of my videos. Please download them and upload them for yourself. You don't even have to give me any credit. Like, I don't care. It's about the content, you know, not the content creator.
The situation with the hurricane, this Hurricane Jose, that's being downplayed. Certain events like this will be downplayed because they want these people to get caught up and hope that they'll just, you know, just die in the streets. This is how wicked and shitty these people are. So, and one last thing before I go. People need to understand, I talked about this a little bit before, of course. It's like a lot of people who are in denial about the end times. It's like I said, it's like they're waiting for everybody to die in order for them to admit that this is the end times, this is the end of the world, and things of that nature. People keep talking about Judgment Day, which is basically the sixth seal opening up. Like I said, the sky receding like a scroll and all this shit going on, and, you know, demons manifesting in everybody's fucking face. Well, what people need to understand about Judgment Day is happening right now. You had some people in worked in the government. They said the same thing I said. This was a number of years ago. They said that World War III technically started on September 11th, 2001. And there was a couple of people said that shit. And this is what people don't understand. People waiting for the bombs to drop, waiting for World War III to start. World War III has been going on since September 11th, 2001. If you think about it, when they had motherfucking World War II, you had plenty of people going on with their lives, just like they doing now. So people keep waiting for Judgment Day. Judgment Day is happening right now. When you got somebody who dies during this hurricane, or you got a bunch of people who died during September 11th, or any of these terrorist attacks, so-called terrorist attacks, or any of these type of events, when you die in any way, shape, or form, that's Judgment Day. Just because everybody didn't die don't mean it's not Judgment Day. So this thing is going to continue to get worse and worse and worse until the sixth seal really does open. And then, of course, a lot of people still going to be like in denial and shit. It's just like, okay, are you kidding me? So ladies and gentlemen, the new world order is here. Don't think just because you don't see the tanks rolling down the street yet that martial law ain't already put in place. Don't think those FEMA camps ain't already open. This shit's been going on for a number of years. And most of us have just been going on with our lives thinking that everybody was wrong and crazy and just fear mongers. You know, like me.
This nigga's crazy.
I'm just crazy. I don't know what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm out of here again. I probably upload another video on Sunday, I guess. So y'all stay safe, stay in prayer, play a Lord of all players. I'm out of here. Peace.